Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Queen of Hearts channel. In today's video, I thought I would showcase merchandise that are going to be available probably soon or in the future in this website called cage13.com. And keep in mind that there's a lot of merchandise ever since the 20th anniversary event of Kingdom Hearts. So let's start with the new ones, which is the hoodies. Now, Japanese merchandise retail has announced that they are selling the 20th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts hoodies containing iconic imaginary from the series. And it will cost 6,578 yen, tax included, and shipping from the end of August 2022. So for that in mind, there's one for the men and one for the women. And I think both of them are in the same price. So let's check that out. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Okay, so this is the website you go to. This hoodie, I believe this hoodie is for the men. And the original price was like 5,980 yen, but it includes tax when you get this amount and stuff. It comes with small, medium, large, and extra large. Now you're probably wondering, how much is it cost in US dollars? Well, let's just find out. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So I went to some sort of Google thing that could translate of how much exactly the price for these hoodies. And from US dollars, from US, I can't even talk. When you get this for the US dollars, it will cost you about $51.21. So that's how much exactly from if these hoodies were from the United States. Okay, so the next merchandise item is the Kingdom Hearts Art Can badges. And Square Enix has announced that Kingdom Hearts Art Can bandage of Sora, Riku, Roxas, Axel, and even Aqua are available to pre-order from their Digital Japan storefront. Each product is cost 990 yen, and they ship on April 28th, 2022. So here we have Sora, and this looks familiar to me because if you play the mobile game of Union Cross, there's these medals where there's a Sora and there's a Riku, and each of them has certain like words in their hair, clothes, etc. So here we have Sora. This one right here is Riku. Then we have Roxas. Then we have Axel. And last but not least, we have Aqua. So this costs about 990 yen. So how much is it from if it's from the United States? Well, apparently it costs about $7.71 if these items is from the United States. Interesting. Now, I'm not sure if it's accurate, but I'm just using this thing of what it says here. So that is it for this item. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so the next item is a Kingdom Hearts 20th Anniversary postcard set available for pre-order on April 2022 release. I don't know why I'm reading this whole title of this article, but Square Enix has announced that previous Kingdom Hearts 20th Anniversary Cafe exclusive merchandise, a postcard set, is now available to pre-order via their Digital Japan storefront for 1,650 yen, ahead of a provide April 28, 2022. So the postcards that we have contains the Destiny Islands trio of Sora, Riku, and Kairi. They all dressed up in KH1 outfits. Now, this one costs about 1,650 yen. So let's find out how much it's worth if it's available for the US. Apparently, it's going to cost you $12.85. Very, very interesting. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. So the next item is a Kingdom Hearts 20th Anniversary pin badge. Square Enix has announced that previous Kingdom Hearts 20th Anniversary Cafe exclusive merchandise, a pin badge set depicting Sora and Kairi, which is technically the only two, which looks absolutely beautiful. I really want those. Atop their thrones is available for pre-order via the Square Enix North American $17.99, and Japan, which is like 1,650 yen. The product is releasing for the former storefront in November 2022, while the latter is shipping it on April 28, 2022. So this is what the pin badges looks like. And I think this is how much it previously is, which is 1,650 yen, which is $12.85. However, it appears that in the North American Square Enix store, it's going to be available to purchase digitally for $17.99. Oh, but we're not done yet here. So we also have a metal keychain and pin badge that are available for pre-order via their digital North American storefront. The keychain and metal pin badge are currently sold out on the Square Enix Japan store. And this is probably how much it costs in the North American store, which is $26.99, which is definitely expensive. And that is for the keychain. For the metal pins, it costs I almost said 200. It's actually $12.99. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this one, I believe this is like from the Japan website. So let's see how much it's worth, probably all together, which is 1,600 yen. That leads to a total of $12.46. But regardless of if it's the accurate numbers of how much you pay from the United States or not, rest assure you that if you're a fan of Kingdom Hearts, you probably want this item as well. So the next merchandise, is the 20th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts die cut memo pad. Apparently, these are now available pre-order via the Square Enix Japan store. It's going to cost you 2,640 yen and will be releasing on April 28, 2022. And this is what it looks like. We have the Mickey Mouse ear icon. We have some sort of icon logo for Kingdom Hearts. a key, and of course a crown. But how much is it worth if it's from the United States? Well, let's find out. Apparently it's going to cost you $20.55. So our next merchandise is the Kingdom Hearts 20th Anniversary Bath Towel and Face Towel. And it is available to pre-order from the Japanese digital storefront ahead of their collective August 27, 2022 release date for 11,000 yen. That's very expensive. And there's a discount price of it, which is 10,500. This is what it looks like, which looks absolutely amazing. But let's see how much it's worth if it's from the United States. So for the 11,000, it's going to cost you $85.64, which is very, very expensive. And as far as the discount goes, let's find out how much in discount would be if it's from the United States. So 10,500 yen means $81.74. So this item right here is probably the most expensive so far in this video. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. So there's still more that I want to get through. So first up, we have the Kingdom Hearts 20th Anniversary jewelry and watches. And apparently, the rings are shipped on October 1st, 2022, while the watches shipped on November 19th, 2022. Additionally, both rings have 4 choosable color options. So the silver one costs 19,580, which is very expensive. So if we check this out, how much is total? If it's in the US, it will cost you $152.43, which is definitely expensive. And I have to say, it's probably too much for me. But it has it in different colors, like black, gold, silver, and I think this is either pink or peach. Next, and this one is like a monogrammed silver ring. This one right here is going to be a silver ring wide. And I think the difference is that it's like a regular silver ring, and this one has a wide size. And I'm trying to copy this because this wide silver ring costs 21,780 yen, which is definitely a lot. So if we go over here and figure out how much is total in US dollars, it'll be $169.56. Okay, so next up we have the Icon Fork Ring Paopu Fruit, which is the shape of a paopu fruit, and there's a crown in it. It looks really beautiful. The silver costs 18,480 yen. And if we go here, let's see how much it's worth in the US. It'll be a total of $143.87. However, there is a karat gold version, 18 karat gold, and it costs 71,500 yen, which is probably expensive. And if we go to the Google translated thing, it will cost you in US dollars $556.64, which is like mind-blowing to me. let's see how many of these rings are. I don't know if I can get through these because there's a lot of merchandise that we need to get to. But let's get to the watches first of all. Let's get to this one in particular, which is the 20th anniversary Quartz Watch Black, which looks beautiful and all and that stuff. So each of these watches in black, silver, and then there's this one which costs a lot more. But we'll get to that in just a moment. So the two of them cost about this much, which is 38,500 yen. But if it's in the US, it will cost you $299.73. Now, the next watches, they're very expensive. 107,800 yen. That's definitely a lot. And this is like a watch round open heart and all of that. There's just so many like stuff about watches and rings that I can't get all through this in one video. So let's see how much is it total if it's in the US. Ooh, this is so expensive. $839.24. So the watches and rings are very expensive, but the watches that has like a round open heart, excuse me, it's definitely the most expensive merchandise so far. Alright, so the next item is a glass set, teacups, and bowls. And apparently you can view each product via our gallery. The Japanese Square Enix store, I think that's what's available. Additionally, there's another store that also has this. So this is the tea bowl. And it's going to cost you 2,750 yen. And that is the same price as the soup bowl itself. If we go to here, let's see how much this is worth if it's from the US. $21.41. I mean, it's okay. Next up, we have the teacup set, which we have one that has the blue and white. And I think that's it. So this costs you 3,850 yen. If it's from the US, it'll be costing you $29.97. Now, next up, we have the glass set, which is like the wine glass and stuff. I want one of those because it's fancy, and I love to drink like sodas and stuff in these fancy glasses, especially the ones that involves Kingdom Hearts. But it's going to cost you 7,700 yen, and if it's from the US, it'll be a total amount of $59.95. Now this one right here, this one is like some sort of drinking glass, but it has different colors. It has blue, it has pink, it has black, etc. And each of them costs about 77,000 yen, which is really a lot of money, or a lot of yen. But if it's from the US, it'll be a total of $599.46. That's definitely expensive, in my opinion. Alright. So, this next one is the plate collection blind boxes. Now, this one right here, you can get it from the Japan Square Enix, Japanese Japan. Let me rephrase that. Japanese Square Enix store pages, ahead of their June 24th, 2022 releases, and here's how much it's cost so far. As you can see, we have Sora sitting in his throne, and we also have Kairi. There's still a lot more, and according to this, apparently there's an actual price to it. Each of these value boxes will cost 6,160 yen. And I think these are euros. Yeah, Europe. In the Square Enix Europe page, it will cost you 69 euros and 99 cents. And for the North American version, will cost you $80, which is very expensive. Very expensive indeed. But let's see how much it's worth when it comes to yens itself. Let's get some translation going. Well, it could have been $47.96, but because the North American Square Enix store says $80, which means it's much more expensive and probably more valuable because it's probably going to be made of glass and stuff. But regardless of that, these look so beautiful, and I really want them if it's available in the North American store. Okay, so this is like the last merchandise that I'm going to showcase. And even though there's a lot more than this, but I can't keep up with these because my voice is about to be sore but for just talking about it. This is the Kingdom Hearts 20th Anniversary t-shirts and hoodies merchandise. It has King Mickey, which the King Mickey hoodie, which is going to cost you 9,680 yen. And we also have the Mickey t-shirt, the King Mickey t-shirt, that says the world is made of light and darkness. It's going to cost you 5,280 yen. So let's see how much is in total if it's in the US. If it's in the USA. For the hoodie, it's going to cost you $75.36. And for the t-shirt of King Mickey, it's going to cost you $41.11. And there's also other hoodies and shirts as well. But we're going to get to this last one right here. And it's going to be the same price as the Mickey t-shirt. Sora Dive to the Heart t-shirt, which is the same amount as the King Mickey t-shirt. 5,280 yen, which is going to cost you $41.11. So those are the merchandise that is probably now available either for limited times or probably getting close to shipping or any of that kind of stuff. I have to say there's a lot of merchandise that I could not keep up and give you any information, so that's why I did this in one video. But there's others such as action figures and plushies, but I'm not going to get to these in this video because I would lose my voice if I talk any longer about this. But I'll leave you guys and girls a link to this website in the description down below if you want to check it out for yourselves. But for now, I gotta take a bit of a rest. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Turn on these notifications so you won't miss a single upload. And I'll see you all in the next video. And just remember one thing. May your hearts be your guiding key.